Hello everyone, this is Brian Bentley at CoinOpTV bringing you gameplay and commentary for Assassin's Creed Syndicate on the PlayStation 4. Every year about the end of October, I get this feeling inside. I'm like, you know what? It's Assassin's Creed time. And, you know, and I admit that not every year is the feeling as prevalent within myself as maybe it could be. But after last year and Unity being in the French Revolution, I'm like, you know, the next has to be during the Industrial Revolution. And what better place to have a setting during the Industrial Revolution than one of the biggest boom, you know, like one of the cities with the biggest boom, and that is London, England, in the United Kingdom. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I love me some Assassin's Creed, and this is one of my big favorite times. I actually took an entire history class that was just on, you know, the Industrial Revolution. So I definitely was super excited to get my hands on this game. Ubisoft learned a lot of lessons from Unity. So where Unity, you know, some of the things, and you can go back and listen to some of the videos I did. You know, Ubisoft had a bit of a tough transition with the move from last gen to the current gen, and there were times, and not all the time, and it was, you know, it wasn't, you know, exceptionally prevalent for everyone, but there were, you know, frame rate drops and a few other things where they had some trouble, right? All that seems to be cleared up now. The detail is definitely still there. The game looks beautiful. Another thing that they kind of had trouble with was some of the, you know, and it's still a complaint throughout pretty much the entire series, where your character is doing something that, you know, you don't really tell it to do, and then all of a sudden you're like, why are you doing that? Right? And they cleaned up a lot of that in this one. So, you know, you want to, and maybe in this particular case it was too much of a fault. You know, there are times where I want Evie or Jacob to do something, and they don't really respond right away because it's waiting for me essentially to, I don't want to say confirm that I really want to do said action. So I don't know, I guess I'm happier now that it's asking me for more information instead of just doing things, and I find myself rappelling off a building or wall ejecting when I certainly did not want to do that, and I'm doing it to my death. I have not had any accidental jump deaths. I have had deaths where I've jumped because, well, I did not make a good decision. That was on me. That was on me. So Ubisoft has definitely learned a lot of lessons from Unity and previous Assassin's Creed iterations. And I'm telling you, man, they have cleaned up some of the stuff so nicely. So let's get on to, you know, forget the lessons that they learned, because obviously those are all important, but let's get into the actual game itself, right? So we're in Victorian London, and we are following two assassins this time. Twins, Jacob and Evie Fry. Now, at this moment, I'm playing as Evie, and it's interesting to see how they did this, because I think they did a really good job. You share money, and you share weapons, tools, etc., but you do not share skills, or skill points. Like, if one earns skill point, both of them earn a skill point, and then you get to make a decision as to, okay, I'm gonna assign, you know, this, and this to Jacob, and then on Evie, I'm going to assign this, and this. And it's very obvious that Ubisoft wants you to play these two individuals differently. They want you to play Evie as stealthily and sneaky, as well as they want Jacob to be a fighter. First of all, it is, you know, this is clearly there's some role-playing here. Evie is, you know, the one who's, you know, thinking, okay, what's the big picture? How are we gonna get us some oh, I have liberated this gang stronghold. And, you know, how are we going to get the Piece of Eden, you know, from the Templars? Or sorry, as they say here, Templars. I'm pretty sure there's only one E, not two E's, but, you know, what are you going to do? It's British. Anyway, I have liberated a little bit of Lambeth here, and we're going to move on now to Jacob, where he is going... That was a gang stronghold, where you kind of got to sneak in and go kill some people. And... that was, you know, that was in Unity. So that's in, and well, yeah, you know what? That was in Black Flag as well. Now I'm going to be doing Bounty, the bounty hunting, which is a little bit new. All right, as Jacob, I just wanted to show some of London to you here at St. Paul's. Is this St. Paul's Cathedral? No. You know what? I'll be honest. I don't remember which cathedral this, or you know, where this is. Anyway. I just wanted to show you a bit of London, and then we'll do, of course, our favorite leap of faith. And, you know, these two people, they definitely have separate personalities. Like I said, Evie's about, like, you know, the big picture, getting the pieces of Eden, stomping Templars. And Jacob's like, hey, I want to have a gang, and I want to kill people. So, right off the bat, I'm already, you know, favoring Evie because, you know, seems to be a bit smarter. Have more of her head on her shoulders. And Jacob is the dude-brockiest dude Brock there is. Alright? I know there are going to be some people that are going to be, you know, in for that. Now, okay, you'll notice that there's a green guy there. So, guys who show up in green are rooks. They're on your side. Guys who show up in blue are cops. They're really on no one's side. So in previous iterations of Assassin's Creed, a lot of times the cops were in the Templars' pocket. That's not always the case. The cops will intervene, and if one of the, you know, gang blighters, the guys in red, if they hit one of their guys, they will beat them down. And I mean, let me tell you, a level 3 cop with a billy club is way stronger than a level 3 blighter who's just kind of a random dude coming in. So yeah, I don't. I mean, as a person who, you know, upholds the law most of the time, most of the time, you know, I don't really want to break the law and mess with cops. So I kind of leave them alone. They leave me alone. We're copacetic like that. Whereas with the blighters, I'll just knock them all out and kill as many as I can. So anyway, going back, Jacob is the dude-broiest dude bro there is. He's like, I want to kill some guys. I want to be a guy killer. Like, so if you're really into the murder simulator part of Assassin's Creed, you're going to love yourself some Jacob. Now, I have set up the skill trees as I'm going along, where Jacob, I've been focusing on attack, defense, and intimidation. So, if I was Evie and... Okay, so to kidnap someone, the idea is to keep them alive, because you want to give them to Aberline to ask them questions. Now, here's what as Jacob, I punch him in the stomach, and then I grip her arm in the back, and I'm like, okay, let's leave, lady. And as long as that one of those guys, as long as one of her guys don't come within that white circle around me, no one notices us. No one notices that I'm arming her, I'm arm-barring her out. And I'm like, oh, hey, there's totally an exit here. No, there is not an exit there. I gotta go out the front door. So, I could knock her out. You know, I could totally put her in a chokehold, knock her out, throw her over my shoulder, and walk out. But they're gonna notice that. I actually picked up skills on Jacob that allow me to do this armbar where she doesn't try to run away. So the first one is I'm able to, just punch her and knock her out. Like I'm able to kind of get that. That's like level 1. I picked up level 2 where I'm able to give her this armbar and slowly walk her out and she doesn't try to run away. So if I was with Evie, I would be doing this mission completely different than I am with Jacob. So that's something to kind of think about when you're, doing this. So if it's I gotta sneak in. I gotta be real quiet, folks. I'm gonna sneak in here. All right, I'm pulling Evie. We're gonna pull the hood over, and we're gonna sneakily go in there. We are gonna murder. We're gonna murder the one person we need to. We're gonna get the kids out because there are some saving children, child labor. But if it's there's a big fight, or there's one of these bounty hunter missions, I am going to pick Jacob because he is set up for that. And by the way, I am the worst carriage driver in the history of carriage driving. I just ran over a post. I'm going to kill this person. Boom, they're dead. The carriage is probably the biggest killer in the entire game. But so far, I am absolutely loving Assassin's Creed. I think this is a big step up from Unity. And, I think you should check it out. I'm going to try to get a couple more videos up here for you guys, because I want to share this with you. Because I think there's a lot going on here, and I think that they're really taking a nice stride. So if you have any comments or questions or whatever, leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. And, make sure you go and click the like for me. Down under the views, there's a thumbs up. Give me the thumbs up and let me know I'm doing a good job. Or let me know how I can do better. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you next time.